Today's video is sponsored by Fabric by Gerber Life. Are you looking to get your financial future organized? Well, if you don't have life insurance yet, that should be top of your priority list. I quite literally spent a lifetime creating this compound and this lifestyle that I lead. If I should check out too soon, I would want my family and friends to reap the benefits of what I've created. That's why it's extremely important to have life insurance, and that is why I have life insurance. So when I go, what's left behind is paid for and taken care of by that insurance policy. Fabric by Gerber Life is the one-stop shop you'll need, with life insurance and family financial solutions all in one place. Fabric was designed by parents for parents to help get you a high-quality, surprisingly affordable term life insurance policy in less than 10 minutes. Fabric's new lower prices mean significant savings over other providers, with great quality policies like $1 million in coverage for less than $1 a day. Life insurance can have a bad rap for being complicated, but Fabric makes it easy to apply with its seamless digital experience. It's all online and on your time. And if you need extra support, Fabric's team of licensed insurance agents can answer your questions all along the way. It takes less than 10 minutes to apply, see your quote, and then customize your quote to fit your family's needs. You can be offered coverage instantly with no health exam required. Fabric has partnered with Gerber Life, trusted by millions of families like yours for over 50 years. With over 1,600 5-star reviews on Trustpilot.com, you can feel confident that you're getting a high-quality policy to protect your family. Fabric has a 30-day money-back guarantee, and you can cancel at any time. Fabric was designed by parents to give affordable term life insurance. Protect your family today with Fabric by Gerber Life. Apply in just 10 minutes at meetfabric.com/DiResta. MEET fabric.com/DiResta. Thank you, Fabric. Please support my sponsors. It helps to keep me here in the shop. Okay, these table legs I made 8 years ago. They've been sitting around waiting to be used. And now finally I'm able to use them. And this table is going to be for my dining room. I just had the heating done over in the house and I got rid of my pellet stove, so that gives me a lot more space in my dining room, allows me to have a longer table. I'm showing you I'm using 2x6s that I got from the Home Depot shop, and I'm cutting them to the right width between the legs on the short side, and I'm trimming them down to 5 inches. I'm also getting rid of that factory rounded over edge that they put on all processed lumber. And I'm cutting the long sides, same thing. And here you'll see on my chop saw, I don't have an outfeed table, so I just use a little piece of wood as a crutch at the long end. And I need 2 of them. And again, I take them over to the table saw and I rip them down to 5 inches, getting rid of a little bit on each side. That's just to square it up. And also it helps take the look of the 2x6s away from being 2x6s. It makes them look like more dimensional lumber and not necessarily stick frame construction. So that's why I get rid of the rounded stuff. Here you see where each piece is going. I square it up to the table. The table parts are still drying. The glue is still drying. And now I'm going to do my corner braces, which is the way to hold the legs in place. And I measure the width, length of my bolts, how much space I'll need, how far it's going to go in, and then I cut them. And I couldn't come down on the chop because the chop will only cut 4 inches, so I had to go long ways on the sliding bevel there. And it's a little bit of a dangerous cut, especially when your cart has wheels on it. You notice me struggling with that cut, but just stay out of the way in case you have a kickback. And there we go. And now I made a little story stick that just gives me my dimensions so that the square at the top of the table leg will sit proud exactly the same on each corner. As long as I follow my story stick, I do a couple of staples just to keep everything in place with glue. Then I pre-drill and I screw, always using Robertson screws just because the heads work better than regular Phillips screws. And here, a little faux pas, you'll notice the screws poke through the side. Oh, I hid them with my hand, but then I replaced them. I pulled them out and put them back in at the right angle. Now I'm doing my long drill, and I let the drill come all the way through and mark where the hole is. And then I use a 1/4 inch drill bit, and I drill enough so that the lag bolts will go in there. Okay, back to shop noises. Here I'm making a sturdy lip so that when I attach the top, which still needs to breathe because it's fresh cut lumber and just in general the table is going to want to expand and contract. So I make this lip all around. I even put it on the cross members, which you'll see me put in a minute. And then when I attach the table, I make these clips that screw into the table but also hook that ledge. And then when the table expands and contracts, the hooks will slide in and out. I make sure when I put the hooks on, I have some room for them to expand inward and outward, or to the table's frame and away from the table's frame. And you'll see that in just a few minutes, just to clarify what I'm doing. And the cross members you see I'm putting in now, that's just to give it some more stability overall. But also, I don't want the 4 boards that are glued together to cup. So I'm going to be holding them at 4 points across the length of the table, obviously at each end, and then at 2 points there, as you see. In just a minute, I'm going to put on another bit of 1/2 inch material, which will act as clips. Here I am gluing those pieces on. I have the overhang face each end of the table, and there you see me grab them. So those are all the hooks. And there I glued that trim on just to give it a little bit more of a classic farmhouse style detail, all just glued in place. There's that clip I was talking about earlier, that clip edge. And I did a little bit of Bondo to fill in some of the screw holes. And now I'm ready for paint. This is an antique Rust-Oleum. And I kind of cake it on because I want it to look like it's been used, it's been old, it's been repainted a few times. So I cake it on a little bit. I keep pushing the drips around so it kind of puts a little bit of a ripply finish on the paint in certain spots. And now I'm preparing the underside of the table, getting rid of all the glue drips. This is going to face down. And it's not really common to finish the tabletop while it's still attached to the frame, but 2 reasons. I need the room, and I wanted to get the table fastened to the frame as quickly as possible because it's still drying, and I want it to dry flat. I don't want it to have the freedom to be cupping out in free space. And these are those clips I described, and there you see how they're going to work. I still need to drill holes in them, and that's what I do right here. That was fucking heavy.